Welcome to the new video. In previous videos, we have discussed about the QA series, Q and question and answer series for Tosca, previous questions. In this, we have consolidated everything and now we are discussing about question number 21 to 30. If you have not watched my previous videos, please go ahead and watch the videos. It is already uploaded. You can see it in our playlist. So let us start. Now, the first question, what is a module? Okay. In Tosca, what is a module, guys? Generally, if you have any, if you want to capture the code, in Tosca, we won't write the code, right? So we will capture the module. It's a model-based approach. So what we will do, we will try to capture that respect to modules. Okay. So now what is meant by a module? A module is a building block of test cases. Means if you want to build any test cases, it will act as a building block. For example, you want to construct a building. You will use bricks and sand and cement, right? On the same way, those are help to build the building. On the same way, in order to automate the test case or build the test case, we will use modules. Okay, what is modules? Modules are the building block of test cases and what it will contain. For example, if you have any browser, okay, let me explain with a real-time example, guys. Okay, for example, you have an application and now if you want to click on this login button, okay, you want to click on this login button. In order to click on this login button, you need to, what you need to do, you need to capture its technical properties like its value, the class, and the type. Whatever the unique identifier it has, you need to capture this one. Okay, so that's why it contains the technical information like its inner text, class name, XPath, and so on. Okay, of a web element. Means unlike Selenium, the Tosca will automatically captures its identifiers and it will give it to you. Okay, so I have detailed explanation I have given and I have uploaded in my classes. Please have class 1 to class 7 recordings, which is uploaded in the YouTube. Okay, next one, next question. What are the types of modules we have? If they are asked about what is meant by module, definitely they will ask for what are the types of modules which are available in Tosca. Okay, so coming to the types of modules, we have majorly two types of modules. First one is standard module and second one is XCAN module. What is standard? The name itself we have standard means it will be provided by the tricentennials. Okay, so based on the availability where there is a generic step, the Tosca will provide to you. Okay, so what is XCAN module? XCAN module is a type of module based on your requirement. Okay, for example, I told you I need to click on this register button. In order to click on the register button, you need to capture this one, right? So now opening the URL is standard, so which will be provided by the tricentennials. Okay, XCAN module means based on your requirement, you will scan the modules. Okay, next question. Question number 23, where we can see the standard modules. Okay, so in Tosca, generally we will see the respective module section in the Tosca commander in the main standard modules. Okay, so there is a module there you can see your respective standard modules. Okay, if you have Tosca, then where you can see, guys, you can see it in the standard modules. Okay, if you see this one, okay, if you see this one, where you can see your standard module? Your standard module can be seen at the module level. See, this is the module section. In this module section, you can see the standard modules are, which is already given by the tricentennials. Okay. Now, what are the standard modules, guys? What is meant by standard? Means it's a generic for everyone. See, for example, if you have a database here, see, we have open database. Without opening the database, you can't do anything. Okay. So Excel, what is Excel? Open Excel workbook is common. Means based on the requirement, which are generic for everyone, the Tosca will provide as a standard. Now, based on your requirement, okay, for example, you have a drop down or else you have a select drop down. For example, I want to click on this drop down values. See, I have scanned this module based on my requirement. So these are XScan modules and these are standard modules. Okay, means in order to build any respective test cases, we will take the help of modules. So that's why we call it as modules are the building block of test cases. So where we have it, guys, we have in the module section, we have this standard module. Okay, so based on your requirement, you can also upload in your component folder or your own folder. Okay, so module section, you need to go to the module section. See, you need to go to the module section. In the module section below that, you can see some standard modules. Okay, if in the interview somebody is asking name some standard modules, you need to mention we have T-box start program. Okay, we have some buffer operations. We have Windows operations, take screenshot, clipboard. Okay, T-box evaluation tool and database, open T-box database, open connection, current connection. In an Excel sheet, you can see open Excel workbook, close Excel workbook. These are the standard. Clear? Next question. What is module folder structure? See guys, as I told you in previous questions, the Tosca doesn't follow or it doesn't have any programming language. Since there is no programming language, definitely we need to go for the folder structure. Okay, so what module folder structure we will follow? Mainly, we will have three folder structures, guys. Inside the module, we have three major folder structure. What are those? Approved, ready for approval, and in work. So what is this in work? We will develop our respective modules in work. Later, we will move to the ready for approval. The respective lead will come here and he or she will approve the respective test cases. You can see one screenshot which I have attached here. See, you can create a module, approved, ready for approval, and in work. In the real time, you may or may not follow, guys. Depends on your client requirement. Generally, the tri-scientist will ask you to do this one. Okay, next one. Before scanning a module, a very, very important question, guys. Before scanning a module in Tosca, we need to go for any prerequisites or not. Yes, we need to have some prerequisites. Without this, you can't automate any respective test case. Okay, so what are those preconditions? We have a couple of preconditions like zoom percentage should be 100. So one by one, we will discuss. Okay, so now first one is add the Chrome, Edge, Firefox browser extension. You need to add the browser extension. You want to access the application via Tosca, right? So definitely you need to add the extension. Next, browser zoom percentage should be 100. Okay, so why we need to have browser zoom percentage as 100? Why we need to have browser zoom percentage as 100? Now let us see, for example, we have this register button here, right? So we have this register button here. Now, my zoom percentage, if you clearly see, it is 100%. If I put 110, it is deviating. If you put 90, again it is deviating. In order to generalize, we will use the 100%. Interesting, right? Yes, it is interesting. Okay, next one, zoom percentage should be 100. Clear? So you need to put zoom percentage as 100. Next one, follow the proper folder structure and the naming convention. You need to follow a proper naming convention as part of best practices in Tosca. Okay, as part of best practices, you need to do this one. Okay, next question. What are the identification methods we have in Tosca? Okay, so coming to the identification methods, for example, if we are uniquely identifying with our parents, right? Right, an object or any web element will be uniquely identified with your respective properties. Okay, so we have identify by property, identify by anchor, image, and index, and parent control. Okay, so we have identify by property, properties like inner text, and so on. Anchor means a neighbor web element or the nearby web element. We will use it as an anchor method. Index means what position it is present in the application. Image means a partial image. And we have parent control. Like you are uniquely identifying with your parents, right? On the same way, you can do with your parent control also. Okay, if somebody is asking what are the, without this question, there will be no interview, guys. Mark my words. I have taken lot of interviews and I have trained lot of persons. Without experience, I'm telling this one. Without this question, there will be no interview. So prepare like that. Okay. Now, if you can see how these identification methods will look like, once you have scanned the module, go to the identifiers and you can select property. If it is not working, then go for anchor, then go for combination. Next, image, and next one is index. Clear? The next question. What are the types of identifiable properties? A very unique question, and very rarely they will ask this question, guys. Why? Because there is a small confusion in this question. What are the types of identifiable properties we will use to uniquely identify using identifiable property? Identifiable property itself is one of the identification method. Okay. Now, when you scan the module, you will have certain types of identifiable properties also. Like you'll have representational, technical, and so on. Technical, representational, transition, reflected, and steering. So steering will be used for tables, guys. Remaining everything, we can use it for different web elements also. We will give high priority to the technical properties. Okay. So we will give technical properties. And these are the types of identification by properties. Next question. What is rescan of the modules in Tosca? Rescan modules in Tosca. How do you rescan the module? What is rescan by? The name itself we have rescanning. Means if your test case is failed and you have seen multiple tabs were found or no such element has been found, in that case, you will rescan the module. Else, if you want to add new module attributes, if you want to add new module attributes, at that time also, you will use rescan of the modules. Okay, so rescan in Tosca is used when the application changes and existing test step fails. If there is a failure, directly don't rescan, guys. Just see it. What is the issue? Instead of creating a new module, you should not create a new module. We will open the module in the Xscan, perform the rescan. When there is a question for rescan, you need to definitely answer this question as map the unmapped controls. Means, for example, now it is register. Tomorrow it is page register or person register. Right? In that case, the controls are changed. You need to map the unmapped controls. I've clearly explained this thing in my classes. Okay, you can see my previous videos. We will map the unmapped control to update the object and fix the failure. Got it? So what is rescan? If you want to rescan the module and map the unmapped controls or add the new module, we will use rescanning of the module. Okay. Next one. What is merge modules in Tosca? What is merge modules in Tosca? Merging, guys. For example, if you have certain modules and you want to combine those modules into one. For example, previously there are two different subsets. Now the client asked to combine in the same page or in this one web element. In that case also, you will merge. The merge module in Tosca is used to combine two modules or similar or not similar into one. Depends on your application, you will do it. In order to merge the modules, so you need to select the two modules which you want to merge it and go to the menu bar, modules, and there is an option called merge module. You can see it here, guys. Select those two modules and go to the module section, and there is an option called merge module. You can merge the module and select the target module. In my classes, I have taken one entire class to explain this. If anyone is interested to learn this with a real-time experience, you can contact this numbers, guys. 9515427009. Okay. So next question. How do you find any duplicate modules in Tosca? How to find the duplicate modules? So now select the module which you are thinking it is duplicated. So for example, if you have doubt, okay, whether this module is duplicate or not, then go to the menu bar module and find the duplicate module. See here, on the same way, After merge module, you can find these respective duplicate modules. Okay, so select the duplicate modules, and again, if you want to merge it, you merge it. Guys. Depends on your requirement. You will do these things. Okay, so this is all about today's video, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.